Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video I am showing you my new animal sculptures which are made with polymer clay. I hope you will find this video interesting. First up I want to show you the bigger sculptures I created with sculpted clay. You can find a link to all my sculptures in the description. This beagle took a long time to make. I created him with this sculpted firm to medium clay. Because of his posture, I ended up curing the front legs first and also his head, which is relatively big. His eyes were also pre-baked. After curing and cooling down, I attached the legs and the head to the raw body, added extra clay to cover the seams and textured the clay in those areas. My main tools for this and all other sculptures are my knitting needles and this tapestry needle. After curing I primed the beagle with white gesso. Once dried I painted him with acrylic paints which took a few hours and several layers. I highlighted his nose and eyes with varnish, but as the varnish went milky, probably because I added too much and didn't let it dry first, I had to take the varnish off and repaint and varnish him again. My next big challenge was creating this cheetah. It was created in a similar way to the beagle. Same type of clay, but for the eyes I used my pre-painted glass cabochons. I also cured the front legs and the tail first and attached them to the raw body. My original idea was to have the cheetah standing on a plinth, also made with polymer clay. However, I noticed that once it was painted, that the paint on the plinth became sticky. This can happen when clay reacts badly with acrylic paint or varnish. I decided to get rid of it and the cheetah doesn't really need it to sit. This meant that I also had to paint the underside of the cheetah. I'm sure you can guess why this sculpture took days to make. Just look at all these dots. I also created these 4 cats. I love dachshunds, so I created these 2. This black one is the first one I created, and it's also made with the grey firm medium sculpted clay. I pre-baked the claws for him and the brown one to add them to the raw paws. I didn't plan to paint him black, but had issues with the brown paint. It didn't look right and it didn't cover the clay well. So I ended up painting him black. I also had to repair the dog as I managed to break its tail. This was easy to do. The brown dog is made with colored Primo clay. I created different eyes for him as I didn't want to paint the eyes this time. So I made these eyeballs with brown clay and black clay. After curing, I noticed tiny cracks, which I fixed by filling them with extra clay and curing him again. The next sculptures I'd like to show you are these small ones. My husband suggested I should create smaller and simpler designs that are quicker to make. I asked my friends what animals I should try, and they suggested a hedgehog, otter and a fox. I started with the hedgehogs first. The biggest challenge was to create the illusion of spikes, so I ended up making these two hedgehogs. The next one I created was this fox. It is a very simplified version of this one I made a few years ago. And finally, I created this otter. A few years ago I created an otter which was much bigger and also had textured fur. This one, however, is much smaller, simplified, and I wanted it to be smooth, to give the illusion that is wet. So I ended up varnishing him. In the future I want to develop other smaller sculptures and also start creating human sculptures. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it interesting. You can find my sculptures following the link in the description. By the way, this is the first time I am using my DSLR camera instead of my phone, so if you have watched earlier videos of mine, you might see a difference. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and if you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, until next time.